Persona 5 Royal is releasing for next-gen consoles, Game Pass, PC, and Nintendo Switch on Friday 21st of October, and it is wonderful that it's coming to so many more consoles, more people can experience it. It's my favourite game of all time. I can't wait to stream it for you again, because I absolutely love it. But Atlus have done their copyright warning distribution message, and it's not good, and I'm gonna basically explain why. It reads, since Persona 5 Royal is a worldwide release, we ask that players include a spoiler warning in their video titles or descriptions, so that all users can enjoy the story at their own pace. Please respect your fellow players and be mindful of the content you post. However, to allow as many users as possible to enjoy Persona 5 Royal, we ask that you refrain from posting the following segment of the game, from December 12th to the ending. Now, I'm not going to spoil how much of the game that is, I'm going to be very vague, but for those who don't know, for the original Persona 5 it's like 2 mini dungeons at the ending, and then for Persona 5 Royal that's like 20 extra hours added on top of that. There's a lot more content in Royal, it's awesome, you'll love it. Now, I've been doing playthroughs for 14 years. I respect wanting to not have players be spoiled, I fully get it, but there are two things to take into account here. Number one, you cannot stop people uploading the end of the game. It is just going to happen. You can request that they make the thumbnail, title, description vague, and I always do that. If it's something new, I'll have like the main protagonist as like the thumbnail, and I'll just say final boss and ending. If people want to look for it, they can find it, but it doesn't spoil who the final boss is. You know, you just know that the protagonist is there, and assuming that the protagonist hasn't died or something, you know, like that's a given. But the second thing to take into account is this game has been out for 3 years. The ending is already on YouTube. There are, let me just look it up. Persona 5 Royal Final Boss, I can see so many versions. I can see one with the name, a thumbnail of what it is. I can see literally like so many versions of the final boss. It is not hidden. In my experience and opinion, the people who are going to watch the ending either just want to see the end with no intention of ever buying the game, and there is a lot of people who do that. Sometimes they just are intrigued to see what it's like, sometimes they were just like, that game looks stupid, I want to see the end, and then there were some people who just don't have the money, and that's totally fair enough. Games are expensive. If you don't have the money, and like you don't plan on picking it up, or you know, you want to see it and then play it later, like, that's fair enough. Some people want to re-experience that section without replaying it, so like maybe they lost a save, and you know, Persona 5 Royal is a big game, so like, it may take 100 hours to get back there. If you don't have the time to do that, fair enough. So yeah, you want to re-experience the ending, that's cool, and you know, some people also just want to hear the music. Sure, you'll have gameplay and sound effects and stuff, but in some cases the soundtrack isn't uploaded. For Persona it is, but in some cases it's not, and you want to hear the music, and fair enough. Companies shouldn't punish people for doing that. This type of media has evolved a lot in the past decade, and there is not much you can do to stop this kind of distribution. There are always going to be people who distribute every facet of your game. People will always upload the ending, and some purposefully spoil the final boss in the title and thumbnail, and that sucks. It's awful, especially since you can see it without searching for it. It just shows up in your recommended just because maybe you watched the trailer a week ago and it's like, ah, they like Persona, here's the final boss in your recommended. Like, oh, great, thank you, that's lovely, great, thanks YouTube. I think in the future, companies should say something like, we are excited for your playthroughs and experiences, but we kindly ask to leave spoilers out of your titles and thumbnails. It doesn't stop it, it never will, but it doesn't hurt those who do follow the rules. Respect goes both ways. There are outliers, but we respect Atlus, so in turn, Atlus, please respect us. The bottom line is, if you ask people not to spoil things, they will go out of their way to spoil a lot more, just out of spite, or because it's funny to them, or whatever. I personally make playthroughs to entertain, and I'm sure most companies get that. I'm excited to play future Atlus titles, but it sucks to be streaming non-stop and then have to be like, yeah, no, I'm done, sorry, I'm not showing you the final 30 hours of the game, go look elsewhere, you know, I'm not gonna do it, I'm just not gonna do it. You know, like, it's really disheartening on both sides, and it's going to harm sales more than it's gonna do you good. This doesn't change my opinion of the game. I'm still very excited to play Persona 5 Royal again. It's my favourite game of all time, and I look forward to introducing new people to the game and series. It's going to bring me joy, it's going to bring the viewers joy. I'm going to be streaming it over on Twitch, link in the description and at the end of the video and stuff. Like, you can go find my channel there. It's not going to stop me streaming the final boss. I'm going to stream the final boss. Because it's been out for years. Loads of people have done it. You can't stop it. It's insane. And Atlas are not the only ones. I've had Square Enix take down final bosses and areas of games, and like, I get it. They don't want people to be spoiled for it. But again, it doesn't harm sales. People who look up the final boss were never ever going to buy it, or they just don't have the money right now. And if they like what they see, actually allowing them to see the final boss, people who were on the fence might actually be like, oh, that's really cool. I can't wait to buy that in a month or two when I have the money. Like, it encourages people. And like, especially, some people don't want commentary, but some people do want commentary. And people like me who have commentary, if we're enjoying the game, we're really excited. Like, oh, this boss is amazing. Oh, this music's epic. Oh, this ending's amazing. Yeah. Like, we're excited about it. People are gonna feel and experience that excitement, and it's gonna help sales. Like, it's incredible how much, not even like one of your favorite streamers, just watching a person you've never seen feel joy playing something, how much of an impact that actually has on your brain and makes you want to buy it. Like, it just works. It's just good marketing. Yes, it sucks that the ending gets spoiled, and there is nothing you can do about that. There are people who will purposefully go out of their way to spoil it in the titles and the thumbnails. And again, it sucks. It's awful. I fully understand. But do not forcibly shut down people who actually are going to stream the game. It's not a good practice. As I say, I really respect Atlas. I love the games they make. I think they make incredible stuff. But respect goes both ways. So please respect me and the other creators who are really excited to stream the game and stream the ending. Like, imagine if you were just imagine if you're watching someone, you've put in like 80 hours watching this streamer, like, oh man, I'm really looking forward to seeing the end game. They've hyped it up and they're like, yeah, you know, yeah, I know you're really looking forward to the final 30 hours, but nah. Like, bye. You know, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. But thank you for watching. It's been my mild rant. Hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I will see you for the streams of Persona 5 Royal in a week, because I'm very excited for it. So, yeah. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.